Hello and welcome to another live edition of VTV News here on VTV International. I'm Minh Hằng from Hanoi, and let's now take a look at our headlines. Many activities were held in Hanoi, Laos, and Cambodia to mark the 125th birthday of late President Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh's ideology used in ethics and religion unity. And Vietnam ensures safety in nuclear plant development. Now, first off for this hour, a live television broadcast from 3 locations in the country last night marked the 125th birthday of late President Ho Chi Minh. Chairman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee Nguyễn Thiện Nhân attended the show with other high-level parties and state leaders. Viewers had a chance to review President Ho Chi Minh's ambition to achieve independence and the reunification for the country through images and moving stories. The program features the leaders' upbringing and international journey as he worked on the country's independence, with the final part portraying President Ho Chi Minh's last thoughts about the South and the reunifications of the country. In related news, a ceremony to mark the 125th birthday of Ho Chi Minh took place in the Cambodian capital of Phnom Penh on Monday. At this event, chairman of the Vietnamese Cambodian Association provided a review on the life and the contributions of the great leaders. Now, earlier, another ceremony also on the occasions of Ho Chi Minh's 125th birthday took place in Kham Muộn province in Laos. At this event, Vietnamese ambassador to Laos Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng and other delegates offered incense and flowers to the late president. Speaking at this event, General Secretaries of the Lao-Vietnam Friendship Organization Saigon Sai Nha Sin underlined how the relationship between the two countries, which was established by President Ho Chi Minh and Laos President Suvarnabhumi, was a friendship of solidarity, almost unparalleled in international diplomatic affairs. Now, Vietnam's late President Ho Chi Minh asserted many times that there is no conflict between religions and patriotism, and they in fact support each other. He always wished for the unions of people from different ethnic groups and different religions, and our following report will show you how that united strength contributed to the nation.
59 years have passed since the one and only time that Châu Ngọc Ánh had a chance to meet President Ho Chi Minh. Yet, he still vividly remembers that day. It was in the middle of August 1956 when Uncle Ho visited the institutes of Southern ethnic officials. 5 Khmer monks studying there at that time, including Ánh, were attentively asked after by the president.
Uncle Ho visited us and told us to take good care of our health so that we could serve our people and our nation. He was so good to us that I can never forget it.
Ánh feeling for Uncle Ho represents the common feeling of his people and even other ethnic groups and religions. The late president managed to find the humanitarian values of religions and connects them with moral standards of society. He then linked them all together to serve the nation's greater goods.
We always consider the late President Ho Chi Minh as a shining example. His ideals guide us and lead us towards greater achievements and the good in life. President Ho Chi Minh issued many beneficial policies for ethnic groups. He considered those groups a great strength that could be used to unite the whole nation. In return, the people of many groups consider him a deliverer of their faith.
Ho Chi Minh used his ideals to break the borders between religions and ethnic groups. His charm, his policies, his ways of moving people are still being studied until today to be used for the purpose of maintaining the unity of Vietnam.
Ho Chi Minh is a great inspiration for people like myself, for communists who try to change life for the better for the American people and for the people throughout the world. These were the words spoken by a foreign anti-war activist who visited Vietnam late last month. Let's listen to others who also hold the former state leaders of Vietnam in high esteem.
This is a moment Richard David Nagin, a retired journalist and member of the Communist Party of the United States, has been waiting for so long. He is in the Ba Đình Square, visiting the mausoleum of President Ho Chi Minh and the house of the Vietnamese state leader.
It's very moving to see him, to see this beautiful sight. And he lived a simple life. But he was totally focused on the one thing of winning the national independence and sovereignty for the Vietnamese people. And as an inspiration for the whole world.
Richard David Nagin is one among the 17 foreign anti-war activists who visited Vietnam late last month for the 40th anniversary of the South Liberation and national reunification of Vietnam. For many, that is the first time they have visited Vietnam. On the visit, they learned a lot about President Ho Chi Minh.
I just couldn't believe how I felt when I saw Ho Chi Minh, It was quite moving. As we left and went out, the woman next to me burst into tears, and we kind of hugged and we felt that.
It's moving for us here today to see the reverence in which he is held. And actually the most exciting thing was to see so many young school children so that they learn their own history and they know what an important role he played for the future of Vietnam.
During the Vietnam War, these anti-war activists played an active role in the anti-war movement, which took place throughout the United States.
And we put out a newspaper that rallied the people and explained to the people why this war was wrong and who was responsible. We organized demonstrations and marches in the cities. I was living in New York. We marched in the streets and we chanted, "Ho, ho, Ho Chi Minh, the NLF is going to win." And now they won.
Before leaving, all members of the delegation wished to have a photo at the Ba Đình Square. They said that they would like to bring back to the hometown a memory of their visit to the place where President Ho Chi Minh read the Declaration of Independence of Vietnam on the 2nd of September 1945.
Now, an exhibition titled President Ho Chi Minh Inspiring Creativity opens on Monday morning here in Hanoi as part of the activities celebrating the 125th birthday of late President Ho Chi Minh. On display at this exhibition are 79 works from 70 domestic and foreign artists. They were inspired by President Ho Chi Minh and were conveyed in many types of artwork ranging from paintings, sculptures, graphics, poems, and music. Materials used include sands, leaves, or stamps. These works emphasize the inspirations President Ho Chi Minh continues to provide for Vietnamese artists. The 120 minutes biopic titled The Prophet by the Vietnamese feature film studio has entered its final post-productions to mark the 125th birthday of late President Ho Chi Minh. The film is a vivid account of the hardships suffered by Vietnamese soldiers and people at the Viet Bắc military base in their struggle against French colonialism. During this time, President Ho laid out several predictions during this important period. Let's have a look at how they came to pass.
Giấc ngủ 10 năm là giấc mơ 10 năm. Rừng mơ, Giáp Ngọ 1954 sẽ trở về Hà Nội.
A 10-year slip is a short story written by President Ho Chi Minh during his sojourn at the Viet Bắc military base between 1947 and 1949. The story encapsulated his belief that the country would see victory in 1954, which came to pass with the Điện Biên Phủ victory. This prediction inspired Hoàng Nhuận Cầm, the prophet scriptwriter.
Uncle Ho always believed in the country's future victory, despite the darkest times. That's the belief of peace lover that is forced to take up arms, and his beliefs came true so many times. For example, in his Vietnamese history, published in 1941, he predicted that Vietnam would become an independent country in 1945.
The film production began last July in Hanoi, Vietnam's northern provinces including Cao Bằng and in Russia. To prepare for this, Hoàng Nhuận Cầm spent 7 years working on the script.
I've designed for long to create a great piece about President Ho Chi Minh, but the thing has been how to bring him close enough to the audience, and I decided to build the character in an ordinary way to leverage the story.
Bùi Bài Bình, who starred in the role of President Ho Chi Minh, had to lose 7 kilos to take on the appearance of Uncle Ho. However, the actor said it was more difficult putting himself in the mindset of a leader.
I have to reflect on every single word to understand their profound meanings. That was the most daunting task. I learned from many sources, including those from China, from the Soviet Union in the past, to portray the character.
Marking a continuation of the film Hanoi's Winter 1946, also by Hoàng Nhuận Cầm, the prophet represents a promise to return and liberate the capital. The prophet has once again restated the peace-loving message from the Vietnamese people proposed by President Ho Chi Minh.
The song Who Loves Uncle Ho Much More Than the Children Do dates back 70 years and is a familiar tune to generations of Vietnamese children. The song has experienced a revival thanks to a new music video featuring the participations of children nationwide to celebrate Ho Chi Minh's 125th birthday.
After the first met with Uncle Ho, Phong Nhã wrote the song Who Loves Uncle Ho Much More Than the Children Do in 1945. His song has been revived thanks to a new elaborate music video. 90-year-old musician Phong Nhã was still directly involved in the recording and shooting with the production team.
This song is my favorite song. It describes my strong feeling about Uncle Ho's care for children.
National Committee on Youth of Vietnam organized this project. More than 50 artists, actors, and 1,250 children of many provinces across the country participated. Each people have own feelings and the impression about this song.
After more than 10 days of preparation and shooting, the production team is now completing the last parts of its video. It will be presented to celebrate the 125th anniversary of late President Ho Chi Minh's birthday.
Uncle Ho always loves children, as well as children always respect to the father of the nation. At any time, the song Who Loves Uncle Ho Much More Than the Children Do has always been performed with deep love by the generations.
I have learned this song at school and I also sang this song many times before, but this time I was singing with a lot of friends, so I felt very happy and proud.
The idea of this music video comes from the love of those people who work for children and children across the country. This project is a small gift of children to express gratitude and love for President Ho Chi Minh.
Now Now, the Vietnam-China People's Friendship Festival and a red tourism route following the past journey of President Ho Chi Minh in China kicked off on May the 17th in China. These two events are part of the people-to-people activities between the two nations. More to follow.
The Vietnam-China People's Friendship Festival took place to mark the 65th anniversary of the diplomatic relationships between Vietnam and China, with the In the Footprints of Uncle Ho event marking President Ho Chi Minh's 125th birthday.
90 years ago, when Uncle Ho first arrived in China, he received a lot of support from the Chinese Communist Party and people. He then formed the core leaders and members to fight for independence in Vietnam. We are willing to collaborate with our Vietnamese friends to improve the strategic cooperation, tighten the friendship, and secure the peace and prosperity in China and Vietnam.
The festival and the travel route contribute to educate the two countries' people, especially the youth, about Vietnam-China ties. The event will last until May 22nd.
And now, before moving on to other news, let's check out the exchange rates between Vietnamese dong against other major currencies for today. Still ahead on BTV News, Samsung's new $1.4 billion complex to be constructed in Ho Chi Minh City. And Vietnam ensures safety in nuclear plant development. You're watching at VTV News live from Hanoi. Now, the Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng officially launched the Vietnam Social Insurance or VSI's e-portals in Hanoi yesterday. The website aims to improve the effectiveness of social, unemployment, and health insurance transactions as part of the VSI's effort to reform its administrative procedures. Prime Minister Dũng phrased the VSI's effort to cut insurance payment times from 335 to 235 hours a year, with VSI setting an ambitious target of just 49.5 hours per year for such procedures by late 2015, on par with the ASEAN's 6-group average. On to some business news. Samsung will start constructions on the Samsung CE Ho Chi Minh City complex at the Ho Chi Minh City High-Tech Park with a total investment of $1.4 billion. Once the 70 hectares complex goes into operation a year from now, it will be a base for Samsung's research and development activities and manufacturing high-tech electronic products. According to the firm's plan released in October last year, it will produce consumer electronic goods such as smart LCD and LED TVs during the first phase of the project, while the second phase will focus on other electronics. It makes Vietnam a production base for not only mobile phones, but also TVs and other consumer electronics, significantly adding to the country's export revenue. The southern province of Cami possesses a huge potential for organic shrimp production for exports. The organic shrimp farming model is set to be effective in terms of economic development and mangrove forest protections. Based on its favorable natural conditions, Cami province is seeking to promote organic shrimp farming in the coming time.
This is the Cami Max Organic Shrimp Breeding Center, owned by the Cami Seafood Processing and Import-Export Corporation. This is the world's first organic shrimp breeding center to be recognized by the Swiss Institute for Market Technology, or IMO. Breeding is the most important step in an organic shrimp production process. To meet European standards, shrimp must be bred and raised in eco-friendly conditions.
Breeding is the most important phase. European customers have strict requirements, and we are trying to meet them. For the last 2 years, we have invested a lot in breeding.
Organic production process has 3 standards. Based on these standards, IMO will assess and grant certificates to breeding centers. Organic parent shrimp must and eat organic feed. No chemicals can be used. Organic shrimp will then be raised in mangrove swamps, in which mangrove forest takes up 50% of the area. Shrimp will live on leaves on the forest, which is a natural food source. Due to the clean environment and feed, shrimp farmers don't have to use chemicals to treat the shrimps.
Organic shrimp production is chemical-free. We breed shrimp in a certain amount based on the swam's area.
In the time to come, Cami province will promote organic shrimp farming because this method can be popularized while avoiding deforestation. This farming model will helpfully guide the province on the path towards sustainable development.
Cami province has over 60,000 hectares of mangrove forest, most of which is suitable for raising organic shrimp. In the coming years, Cami province will increase the area of organic shrimp breeding to 40,000 hectares.
Last year, Cami province exported nearly 20,000 tons of organic shrimp to markets such as the United States, Germany, Switzerland, and Japan. Valued at 15 to 20% more than ordinary shrimp, organic shrimp are expected to raise the reputation of Vietnamese shrimp exports in the world.
Now, despite initial plans to commence constructions of the 4,000 megawatts Ninh Thuận nuclear power plants late last year, work has been postponed. As Vietnam looks to a future of nuclear power, the authorities are looking to ensure adequate infrastructure, human resources, and above all, impeccable safety standards.
Professor Phạm Duy Hiển began researching nuclear power and related subjects in 1960. He shares his concern of Vietnam's nuclear power plants and the potential safety hazards that can accompany this development.
This project cannot be rushed. If we push the timing of such plans, we expose ourselves to many risks, while the reality is that we are not ready in terms of either resources or infrastructure.
According to the National Power Development Plan, the original construction starting date would have meant completion of the Ninh Thuận 1 and 2 nuclear power plants in 2022. Nevertheless, Vietnam wants to guarantee the best of safety standards before construction kickstarts.
Safety will always be the priority and the number one concern when it comes to any nuclear power project. Vietnam is fully keeping this in mind. We are trying our best to select suitable human resources and ensure that all site development and infrastructure will first and foremost meet all safety standards. This will take time.
Experts have emphasized that Vietnam is implementing its preparatory work while following up on advice from the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA. Apart from guaranteeing the use of advanced and safe technology, the quality of human resources required in nuclear energy development has also raised concerns.
In recent times, the country has sent over 300 students to Russia for training on the subject. Some have finished and returned home. That begs the question as to when these graduates can apply their knowledge. So the issue of how to effectively use skilled human resources is also being worked into preparations.
At present, Vietnam looks to having the first nuclear power plant go into operation by around 2023, with investment from Russia, while the second will develop based on cooperation from Japan. The National Assembly approved the plan to construct Vietnam's first nuclear power plant in 2009.
In the culture scenes, now the Swimmers Festival is currently taking place in Bắc Giang, Northern Province. Celebrated on the first days of the 4th lunar month, the Swimmer Festival is held to worship the Holy Mothers of the Three Palaces, a goddess according to local cultural and religious belief. The festival has become a big cultural event that attracts many domestic and foreign visitors to Bắc Giang Province. Tourists can participate in activities such as cockfighting, singing and dance performances, and wrestling. The festival is to pray for peace and a fruitful crops. And now, before we say goodbye, let's take a look at the updated weather forecast. And that is all we have for you for this editions of VTV News. Remember, all of our videos are online for you to check out at vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. As always, we appreciate your company. Goodbye for now from Hanoi.